Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joel here with as many reviews as possible, and today we're doing the review of the Reebok CrossFit Transitions, or in certain parts of the world, the CrossFit Combines. It actually says Combine right here, and I'm assuming that was the original name and they just changed it for some reason for the US launch. But anyways, these shoes were interesting to me because they don't resemble anything that Reebok's ever come out with. They definitely do not look like Nanos. And the overall shape does not look like lifters. You've got a mid-cut. The toe is a little bit more pointed than any of Reebok's lifter shoes or even the Nanos. And arguably the most controversial part of this shoe is the upper and the way that it looks. You've got this ballistic nylon with a very, very tight weave. Then you've just kind of got this overlay on top of that. Then you've got a TPU heel cup that extends through the lateral and the medial parts of the shoe. Also serves as a handstand push-up buffer against the wall. Then you've got the outsole, which is unlike anything that you've seen from Reebok with the diamond lug tread pattern. But overall, it's a very flat bottom shoe. The only part of the shoe that you're going to see that has Kevlar on it is on the strap, which is actually a very nice beefy strap. The insole is a little bit more padded. It's a little bit more rubbery than any of the previous lifter insoles. So, in person, I actually kind of like the way that they look. I don't think they're that ugly of a shoe, but I can see how people would not like this. It's just a black shoe. You really can't go wrong. People don't like it because of the kind of booty chukka look, but I think it's actually kind of neat. There is quite a bit of padding in the ankle area. Not that you're gonna go play pickup games at the park or anything, but it's there just in case you needed that extra little bit of ankle stability. Now, performance-wise, I had no clue what to expect from the transitions. I actually had to go and ask Reebok's senior product manager what the intended purpose of these shoes was, and his response is they're supposed to bridge the gap between a Nano and a lifter. Now, they're more stable than a Nano, less stable than a lifter. More flexible than a lifter, less flexible than a Nano. Heavier than a Nano, lighter than a lifter. All right, so they're supposed to bridge the gap. If you're like me and you try to not rely on lifters for things, then the transitions are probably going to be a shoe that you're going to want to look into. They do have a raised heel like the lifter. It's the same heel height, 0.7 inches, and that's just under the Addy Powers and the Romaleos by half an inch, or by 5/10 of an inch. I've been using these shoes for pretty much everything for the past week, and I am happy to say that performance-wise, they're actually pretty good. The first thing I did with them was take them out on the run because I just didn't know what the intended use was, and they're actually pretty comfortable, pretty easy to run in. They're very flexible shoes, not something you'd expect from an actual lifter. But when I went around and I did box jumps and my overhead movements and even Olympic lifting, they were very stable. The landings are very precise, and they just felt very stable. The fitment of these shoes is unlike Nanos or lifters. It's actually a little bit more close to what you'd see on the Speeds. The toe's a little bit more pointed, so I would size these like you would lifters. So from your Nanos, you're gonna wanna go half size down. At the end of the day, I really enjoyed my time using the transitions. At $120, they're pretty much what you can get a set of Reebok lifters for nowadays, which puts them in a weird spot. And I think this is kind of the fatal flaw behind these shoes, is because if you have lifters and you have Nanos, then you don't really need these shoes. If you don't have lifters just yet and you're looking into a pair, you can actually get lifters a little bit cheaper. So at that point, I guess I would just get lifters and have lifters and nanos. They're just at a weird area. I enjoy having them and I enjoy using them, but it's only because I already bought them. If I had to do it again, I probably would not buy these shoes again, just because they don't really fit anywhere. I can use my nanos for workouts just fine, and if I need to use my lifters, then I'll just throw my lifters on. And the Lifter Pluses, the Lifter Plus 2.0s are actually pretty decent to WOD in, though they are not the most efficient running shoe, which is where the transitions are probably going to be better than lifters at, the only area that they're going to be better than lifters at. If you really like the way that these shoes looked, then I would say, you know, go for it. But otherwise, you're better off just keeping your lifters, keeping your nanos, and then just switching shoes as you need. Otherwise, like I said, if you really like the way that the shoe looks, or you're like me, you want a lifter that's not quite a lifter, then the transitions are going to be the shoe for you. Full review is up on asmanyreviews.com, and as always guys, please hit that subscribe button for all of my latest updates, and thanks for watching.